Welcome to the April Early Release Day. Although it looks like we're still in February, it appears we may be in a warming trend, so think warm thoughts. Today we're going to talk about three main topics. First, we'll take a look at educator effectiveness deadlines and review license changes. Next, we'll talk about what's coming up in May and what to expect during today's PLC team meeting. And finally, we'll look ahead to summer and what you'll be expected to do for year 2 of our 5-year goal. Just a reminder that your deadline for completing your PPG and SLO is still June 8th. If it is your year to be evaluated, you may need to complete these earlier so your principals can review them at your end-of-year meeting. Earlier this week, a draft of the summer professional development schedule was shared with you. This is just a draft and therefore you're unable to sign up for any seminars at this time. When it's complete, sometime in May, you'll get another email asking you to sign up for summer development. At the end of last month, I sent this email to all staff that outlines the current updates in teacher licenses. If you have any questions about your license, email or call me. Right now, there is nothing to do but wait for DPI. As of this week, the form for initial educators to confirm their 6 semesters is not available. Also, staff members whose license is up for renewal in June are still not able to complete the renewal process. I'll continue to check on the DPI site, and as soon as I know more, I'll let you know. Looking ahead to next month, our final PLC team meeting is scheduled for Wednesday, May 16th. We will start in PLC team meetings and will not be offering any seminars. In place of the seminars, everyone will travel to the high school Red-White Theater at 2:55 so we can attend the end-of-year celebration and watch the retirement videos. For today, you should have used the first 45 minutes to work on your PPG or SLO, or met with your team, or attended a seminar. For the last 45 minutes, you are meeting with your team. Looking ahead to next year, administration will be offering a new option to all staff. Currently, staff are organized into a PLC team based on grade and/or subject that they teach. Next year, we will be offering staff the option of being on 2 teams. In addition to your current PLC team, you may also want to join a Focus PLC team. The second team will be based on what element of teaching or your job you want to learn more about. For example, you may want to learn more about how to use formative feedback to increase the learning in your classroom, or how to create better assessments, or how to increase the clarity for your students. We still need to decide what this would look like. Option 1 would be to split each PLC team time into 2 sections like we do now. 45 minutes for our PLC team meeting and 45 minutes for seminars. In option 1, team members who had 2 teams would use the seminar time to meet with their Focus PLC team. Option number 2 would be to split the PLC days into months. For example, in September, you would meet with your grade subject PLC team, and then in October, you would meet with your Focus PLC team. These meetings would still be 45 minutes long, and the other 45 minutes would be open for seminars. There are pros and cons to both options. Please have a discussion with your team now. You'll have a chance to give your vote later on today at the end of the quiz. Let's talk about our 5-year goal. As you know, we are in year 2 of our goal. In year 2, we will be focusing on the traits of highly effective classrooms. For this work, we will be using John Hattie's research. John Hattie developed a way of synthesizing various influences into different meta-analyses according to their effect size. In his study called Visible Learning, he ranked 138 influences, which was then updated to include 252 influences, that are related to learning outcomes from very positive effects to very negative effects. Hattie found that the average effect size of all the interventions he studied was 0.4, which would be equal to 1 year's growth. Therefore, he decided to judge the success of influences relative to this hinge point, 0.4, in order to find an answer to the question, what works best in education? Using the 4 main components of the Danielson tool, assessment, communicating with students, engaging students in learning, and using questioning and discussion techniques, I've organized the top 9 traits that Hattie identified as having the highest effect size into Danielson's 4 categories. 2 of the 9, number 1 and 4, do not fit with these 4 areas of instruction. In order to study these better, your team will now take a quick quiz. Your PLC point person has a link to the quiz, and you'll be completing the quiz as a team. For the first 4, you should be able to find the answers on this graphic. For the next 5 through 8, you will have to Google the answers. All staff will be required to complete a half-day training around effective instructional traits. For teachers, the seminar will cover these learning objectives. Pupil services seminars will have different learning objectives. There will be multiple options for teachers to choose from. Remember, you only have to attend one of these. There is one in June, 2 in July, and 2 in August. If you can't make any of the summer options, you will be able to attend the 3-hour seminar during the August in-service. All of these are face-to-face. I will also be working on, but cannot promise, a virtual option similar to the book study last year. The time spent on this training can be used to complete your 2 floating days for next year. Pupil service staff will have a modified seminar, and therefore they have different dates to choose from, one in June and one in August. On Tuesday of this week, the Summer Professional Development Offerings document was shared with you. Each month is a tab at the bottom so you can toggle between June, July, and August. This is just the start of the offerings. More will be added as we approach June. At this time, the sign-up link is not active. I will send you a new email when it becomes active. Have a great Thursday, and think warm thoughts.